most outgoing person, but the apartment above me, it was dripping water into the bathtub, and I was thinking the ceiling was going to drop in. So I figured, 5 o'clock in the morning. What better time to meet my neighbors? 'Cause they were already up taking a shower. They like moved in like a couple days ago, and they come home at like 1 a.m. and they get up at 5 a.m. I'm like, what the hell are these people doing? But, so I go over and I'm walking up the stairs to meet my neighbors, and I'm about to knock, and I hear this guy, oh, I'm gonna come and get you. And as he opens the door, he's like, because you don't really expect to see someone standing in your door when you're walking out of your apartment door to pick up a friend or something. But the awkward pause was really that the guy was actually there. He wasn't really the renting the apartment. He's just there temporarily. He had like a Clinton sticker on his. He was actually from the Bronx. He was actually. My respect for Hillary went up, like that. I mean, this guy was talking to me about healthcare at 5:15 in the morning, talking, Obama is going to support 15 million more Americans with healthcare. Did you know that? And I'm like, no. I mean, I felt like a complete idiot. And then he this guy he looked cool. I mean, because he was cool, and not like you guys who go to wear Hollister and all that crap. This guy was Latino. He's from the street. He lived across the street from like one of the major projects, which is not a project like at work, like a project where people get shot. So I was, and he's telling me how they were going canvassing in like West Philly, like places where you see on TV. Like he was going up to Frankfurt, basically the end of the Frankfurt, where no man should really go. No white man, or at least. But yeah, all right. A little awkward pause. But I was just sitting there realizing that meeting his friends, and this guy was like, I was trying to like act cool. Oh yeah, Frankfurt. Oh yeah, that street's over there. I didn't know. I didn't even know where the 7-Eleven in my neighborhood was. That's how clueless. And he's like, I'll cut you some slack. But I was just realizing how crappy the apartment was above me, because I have this beautiful apartment. I guess somehow I drew the lucky straw. I have like wood floors. I have a deck, and this apartment above is like worse than a dorm room. I'm like, but I just started thinking that my apartment. I mean, it's like I hide in my apartment all the time. I plot to get out of my apartment, but I just sit there on my beautiful couch that I bought at clearance at Somnia, which went out of business. But I was just thinking that I sit in my apartment, it's all comfortable, and going back to the awkward pause, I think my whole life is an awkward pause. I just sit there, girl, like my mom, she's talking to her friends, oh, they're getting married, they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. So, is your son, Kevin, is he gay or something? I mean, does he have a go? So, awkward pause. If a girl sits next, I can be unaccepted. And if this pretty girl sits next to me in a train, it's just like an awkward pause. I have to pretend I'm sleeping. I mean, it's just, what the hell is she doing there? I mean, there's 10 seats over there. I know. This actually happened on Monday. It's my whole life is an awkward pause, but I'm thinking maybe if I can like pause and go fast forward, like, what is your name? Tennyson, like Guatemala. I was actually thinking of going to Guatemala, and I might just do it, because there's no better time to quit your job than in a recession. And go learn Spanish, because it's painful, right? So I'm thinking maybe July. I was thinking getting a 2-month extension for September, because my lease is up in July. But I don't know. I mean, it's like, I don't want to be that person sitting in the queue just going for the motions, whatever. Hey, how was your weekend? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I went to the Home Depot. Yeah, blah, blah. People do say that. But I like to pretend that I can be different. So, and I don't know. It's stuff like that, the awkward pause. I think I can fast forward maybe.